March 25th, 2004. We have added dueling for members to RuneScape 2. Dueling takes place in the new Duel Arena northeast of Al-Kharid. When you challenge someone to a duel, you will be given a dueling options screen, so you can determine between yourselves the stake for the duel and the type of duel that you wish to have. Well, that was a good idea. This place behind me is one of the most notorious places in all of gaming. And notorious means bad. For the last 17 and a half years, RuneScape players have been able to stroll on over to Al-Kharid and indulge in the Duel Arena. And recently, it has been confirmed by Jagex themselves that the Duel Arena will be removed from the game. If you're unfamiliar with the Duel Arena, then congratulations. At this Duel Arena, players can challenge each other to 1v1 battles under whatever conditions they agree to. They can do this either for fun or for in-game money, which is what the cool kids call staking and what society calls gambling. Staking is practically a trademark of RuneScape. In RuneScape Classic, the entire world was a duel arena. If you were passing by some punk who was walking funny, and you were like, hey buddy, you're walking funny, and she's like, what? He can then challenge you to a duel right then and there, right on that spot you're standing. He would toss up a 100K bet on himself. You panic, because what kind of psychopath has 100K on them at all times? But you have to match his bet. You can't be a coward. The year is 2002, and saying no is a feminine thing to do. So you put your last 100K up, you stake him, and then you die poorer than you were 30 seconds ago. And you know what? That was just the culture back then. I didn't play Classic. I have no idea if that's what happened. That's probably not how it ever went down. Obviously, that duel everywhere mechanic didn't make it to RuneScape 2 in that transition, so the Gower brothers inserted the Duel Arena and proceeded to cause nearly 2 decades of the most fucked up shit in any MMO ever. I'm just assuming that other MMOs aren't this fucked up. I don't know anything about them. Maybe there's way worse people. I don't know. This is bad. So this area that provided the simple concept of a 1v1 went on to teach children and adults alike philosophies such as scam or get scammed. Gambling goes great with nicotine, and GP is no different than any other worldwide currency. So I guess, ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive on in. Before we get too crazy, I want to talk to you today about today's sponsor, NordVPN. What if I told you that I wasn't even here, but I was actually here? That's right, I bet you didn't expect that. I'm actually here though. You gotta stay on your toes, you'll never know where I'm actually at. NordVPN has 5,400 different servers in 59 different countries. I don't know what a border is. I'm everywhere and nowhere as far as the internet knows. My ISP enjoys throttling me. VPNs don't directly stop throttling. They sure as hell do a great job at stopping it because I literally have to put one on to make big downloads. NordVPN has become an essential tool for me when I'm using the internet. It's about as simple as VPNs can get. You just click, you're on there, it finds the best server for you, it's the best. You can go to nordvpn.com/Jimmy, get a huge discount on a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months for free. Just try it out and see how you like it. Maybe it'll save you from frustration on the internet sometimes. Now, speaking of protecting yourself, let's talk about the Duel Arena. I grew up in Las Vegas, and I learned that there's 2 ways to learn that gambling is bad. 1, witness a close and personal friend or family member go through a crippling addiction as they lose control of their own decisions, potentially financially ruining themselves and others. Or 2, gamble. The reason that gambling got so out of hand every time it popped up in RuneScape was because it was not moderated. Gambling has been ran by the players. The rules, the odds, all player made. In the real world, gambling is regulated. Casinos like the 2 I worked at, there's ethical guidelines that every worker on the casino floor has to follow to make sure that some drunken asshole doesn't go home without a house. The GE bot, DiceBoy69 over here that players blindly throw millions at, probably does not have a gambling license. Probably not. I don't know what kind of credentials this guy has, but I'm sure he's not allowed to be here, is what I'm saying. There has always been a way for players to gamble on RuneScape. Staking, Squeal of Fortune, treasure hunter keys, dice bags, and my personal teacher mithril seeds for flower games. My time spent hosting in 2012 taught me a lot of lessons that I never forgot, that I remember to this day, and I was extremely lucky to have gotten out before it got too involved in my personal life, like it did for so many people that I was around every day. When gambling becomes an addiction, it's wild seeing how quickly that can take over your brain and cause you to make decisions you'd never make. As much as I'd like to go into detail about my time as a flower host, we'll do that another day. Today's about the Duel Arena and not the flowers. We'll talk about the flowers later. The Duel Arena has created the same amount of chaos, if not way fucking more, than the flower games and the dice bags did, ruining people the exact same way. But Jim, players have to be responsible and know when to stop. You are so right, guy, but here's the thing. I know plenty of people who went out to gamble for fun, knew their limits, moderated themselves, stopped, and never did it again. I also know people who tried a cigarette for the first time, didn't really like it, and never smoked one again. The key word here is addiction. And addiction can be what you'd call difficult. There have been so many examples of players having a very real problem, struggling with their addiction to staking in RuneScape, jiggling a tin can outside the Duel Arena, begging for more money to stake to try and get out of it. Okay, Jim, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just RuneScape money. It doesn't matter. You can rebuild. What's up? You'll be fine. What was that? Sorry, this guy won't stop talking. Yeah, sorry, I was on the phone with my friend, Venezuela. How's about we all sit down and have a conversation about real-world trading, RWT? You've probably heard of it. Maybe you've even done it. I know 4th grade me has. Me and my friend begging his parents for $10 so we can both buy a million GP, only to get banned the very next day. I was sad. Which reminds me, a disclaimer. I do not condone real-world trading. Every example I'm about to use is made up. Real-world trading is another thing that's been a part of RuneScape its entire life. There has always been a black market for RuneScape gold. Is it against the game rules that'll get you permanently banned? Yes. Is it illegal in the real world? No. And people who need money only care about that second part. Let's go inside the mind of somebody who might be dragged into the RWT world by just one experience at the Duel Arena. I have no idea what the sketchball price is nowadays, but for our sake, we'll say that every million GP in-game is worth 50 cents. So for every 1 billion GP a player has, that's $500. It's called math. I can do it. Let's take PVM God 47 here. His bank is worth 1 billion GP, and he's feeling a little crazy today. He doesn't really mind rebuilding. He's just feeling a little spicy, and he wants to try and stake his entire bank for a chance to double it. He goes down there, finds an opponent not trying to scam him, goes inside the Duel Arena. He's sweating, he's nervous, but the gods are with him, and he wins that duel. His 1 bill bank just turned into a 2 bill bank. PVM God 47 remembers what his friend told him the other day. His friend is an RWTer. He's not the best influence. So PVM God 47 happens to know that his $500 just turned to $1,000. But he's not thinking about that. That's not even him. He needs the money in-game. He's got all these plans now. He just opened up so much opportunity for himself, but holy shit, that was $500 really quick. Rent is not gonna be as tight as it was last month. It's only RuneScape Gold. I came here with the mindset that I was just gonna lose it anyway. What harm could it do? You know, it's double or nothing. It's one more stake. He doesn't leave the Duel Arena. He goes and looks for a 2 bill stake. 5 minutes goes by. He's got somebody. He's sweating bullets. He's playing his lucky song in the background. And holy shit, he has won. 4 bill. He can buy all the maxable skills with more money left over to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's got play money, baby. And then he even reminds himself that his $1,000 just turned into $2,000. And he has made a $1,500 profit in 15 minutes. And I'll be honest, that's a pretty good hourly rate. Suddenly, RuneScape Gold is just seen as USD in this guy's eyes. He can't look at his bank the same ever again. And I don't think I need to explain what happens to PVM God 47 when he returns to the Duel Arena tomorrow to try and continue his lucky streak. It's a rough cycle, but it's how the Duel Arena has just constantly looped in this fueling process for itself for literally 17 years. Countless players have gone down this road, some way more severe than others. And since every other high roller activity like dicing and flowers has been banned by Jagex, all of the big money being thrown around is now in one place. This is the only activity in the game that players can do to give themselves the opportunity to make hundreds of mils, billions even, all through a simple 20-second 1v1. And since a lot of these stakers are measuring their profits and losses at the Duel Arena in whatever currency they use, it brings the concept of gambling to a very real level. It is no longer just the Duel Arena. It has become an online gambling site for these guys, hence the name. Money is complicated. I need money, you need money, he, we, she money, and there's a lot of money being thrown around at the Duel Arena, both in-game and on PayPal. And where there is money, there are bad people. And since there's no way for them to put on a ski mask and hold somebody at gunpoint while they're using the ATM in RuneScape, they come up with other methods of robbing people. Personally, I have never been robbed by one of these guys at the Duel Arena because I simply do not go there. But the guy who does know a thing or two about this place and the bad guys that go there is KemQ. He actively anti-scammed these bad guys and got to the bottom of all their schemes and basically brought this fucked up community to light this last year. He made videos about them, kind of exposed the way they do things, raised awareness for it. In retaliation, these bad guys who were running all of this stuff casually told him they were all getting together and picking out their favorite hitman to send to his house. This in-game Duel Arena suddenly became a very real death threat. Don't worry, Kemp is fine. We all pitched in and hired a counter hitman so that when the guy for Kemp got there, these two would fight it out in like their own kind of quirky Duel Arena, which worked out because when they both got there, they got this perspective on their motives behind why they were hired, and this is not a real story. See, I'm just being strategic about all this and talking about this topic when the Duel Arena is going away, because I won't have to worry about the bad guys because they're all too busy building a resume with a 10-year gap, and they don't have time for me anymore, nor the funds. I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to all the scammers of the Duel Arena. If you want to go binge Kemp's videos on it, do that, and you'll learn all about that. It's crazy. It's insane, actually. And I'm in one of them. I'm right there. But yeah, the Duel Arena has been a breeding ground for criminals for forever. But thank God it has served as a money sink. This game's economy is flawless. There's about 2 positive elements to the Duel Arena existing, one being that players do in fact have an opportunity to make a mass amount of money in a very little time, which I don't even know whether or not that's actually a positive thing or if that just completely ruins the game. The other thing, I mean, you can duel your friends there, but you can also do that in other places, like a lot of other places. So that doesn't really count either. And yes, it is a money sink. I get that. But you know, I've already talked about the reasons why I think that the economy is in complete shambles. This money sink was probably not doing too much after all. We're not gonna go there because I'm just gonna get fucking destroyed by some dude doing pre-algebra 6 and calculus 4 at the same time. I don't want that smoke. Sorry, 1 second. It seems to be G Fuel o'clock, my personal savior when recording these videos when I'm sweaty, hot, disgusting, and need something nice. You can use my code behind me. It's right there. You can read it for yourself. When was the last time you read anything? Do you even remember how to read? Sound it out. My code is there. Please use it. But one solution that I know would work is bringing back the Well of Goodwill and forcing Jagex to donate to charity. That can be a great voluntary money sink. And you can't say it's a bad idea, otherwise you hate charity. But yeah, the Sand Casino, it's a bad place, has bad people, you get it, it's gotta go. However, it would be crazy for me not to acknowledge the good part about the Duel Arena's existence in its time being there. That being the beautiful, endless, timeless content. Since the discovery of unregistered Hypercam 2, high rollers have had that film rolling as they put up an aggressive amount of GP. No matter if the person loses or wins big, if you've got a massive amount of GP on the line, that is automatic entertainment for everybody watching. I remember Chris Archie videos being extra special if they had a staking clip in them. The Duel Arena was undoubtedly entertaining. The comeback moments when someone's got like 4 HP left and tanks 3 whip hits and hits the other guy for 60 to come back and win it all for a big 1 bill stake. Wow, the crowd goes fucking wild, what the fuck? You know? It's crazy. It's wild. You had to be there. Classic gamer moments, all at the expense of someone who wasn't you, which means it's amazing. Oh my God, we're gonna win! And once people figured out you could live stream staking, that was a game changer. How often do you get to watch someone's mental health fall apart right in front of you for free? I know myself and many others will never forget the infamous Oda block debt. 258 billion GP. That translates to $300,000 USD. I strongly doubt anyone has been that deep in debt before on RuneScape, and if they have, I mean, they probably didn't have friends that could afford a counter hitman. It's a scary world out there. It was such a crazy situation that the Score made a video on it. Oda crawled his way out from $300,000 of in-game money, and he won. Look at him go. He's having a good time now. He's not in debt. He's got no debt, and now he's having fun. He's having fun over there. Thousands of people watching Oda stake more money than they've ever seen in game over and over again for months. It's just fun watching other people gamble because you don't have to risk anything. It's like watching Zipple open 1,000 CSGO cases. He even acknowledges that he is doing it so you do not have to. Staking clips and streams have given everyone that sense of thrill and coming along for the ride as it happens. It's been fun. But you know, people used to watch actual duels that were structured a lot like this arena back in the day and would watch some dude named Spartacus literally behead some other poor dude in front of all these people, and everyone would applaud as the guy's head rolled across the dirt and then went home and ate dinner. And that had to stop at some point too. So here we are, the end of the Duel Arena. Even though the Duel Arena has spawned an infinite amount of evil, terrible people and has ruined countless players' lives, there's a little part of me way back that's gonna be reminiscent. I'm gonna miss that thing, and it's gonna feel so weird running by and not seeing it where it used to be. Mod Sweden said on stream that they have plans of replacing it with more fulfilling content. I don't know what that could possibly mean, and I know that they have no idea what that could possibly mean either, but it definitely will not be there at some point. It'll probably start with like a cap on how much you can stake. I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. Anything will be better than that place that gives a lot of players PTSD when they use a Ring of Dueling. But you guys know me. I don't talk about a problem without offering some form of solution, whether that solution is terrible or not. I will always offer one. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to pitch once again my greatest idea to date. Rat Pit's new Duel Arena. If you want to feed your gambling addiction, not only do you have to go through rat catchers, the whole cat system is going to be reworked. Now, they have perks. You're going to have to train your cat like a fucking Pokemon. It's going to be one of the hardest grinds you'll ever encounter. You have to spend hours upon hours training your cat, earning those perks, feeding it GMO-infested slime ectofunctus milk shit every 15 minutes, assuring that it doesn't die because it relies on you because you've just been brewing a gambling rat pit monster. But I'm feeling generous about this. I'm willing to give a 500 mil staking cap. You can still be a high roller with your cat. But here's the thing, champ, we're following cat lore. That's right, your cat will have 9 lives. On that 9th death, your cat goes bye-bye forever. You are personally responsible for repeatedly putting that cat through war, and they finally fell because of you. And Gertrude has heard about your Michael Vick tendencies. She would never sell you another cat. You're a fucking monster. Your gambling days on that account are over. Who does that to a cat? And suddenly, every shop you visit, all the items are up 30% out of nowhere. Why is that? Oh, because Gertrude told fucking everybody. Literally everybody knows that you're a piece of shit, and every NPC you talk to is angry with you at all times. Always talking with a mad expression on their face in the chat box, making it known that they really hate you. What? It's a good idea. Change a few things. It's good. It's a good idea. I don't know how you don't go through with that. I'll still rewrite the quest, dude. I'll do it. The Duel Arena has been an iconic part of RuneScape's history. A relic of Gillinor, if you will. But I am extremely happy that Jagex has realized that there are actual problems emerging from that place, and they needed to do something about it. If you're upset about it, I'm sorry. You can cope somehow, play more RuneScape or something. Just figure it out. You'll be fine. The rest of us will be sleeping comfortably about it. There's nothing you can say that will justify them leaving it there. It should not be there. There's bad things that happen there that outweigh any positive thing about it. You can become a rat pit guy if they follow my awesome idea. But as always, it's been great, everybody. It's good to be back here with the long-ass mic in hand. There's lots of stuff to still talk about, so I'm sure I'll see you real soon. And before I end things here, I just want to give a huge shout out to Troh. Troh has become an editor for me on this channel. This whole video was basically edited by Troh. He doesn't know I'm putting this part in it. I'm editing this part. But he has helped me so much, and I've worked with him really closely to make sure that he's got my style down to a T. Big shout out to Troh. Make sure you follow follow him on Twitter and everything. He's gonna start his own projects. Wouldn't be able to upload as frequently as this without his help. Thanks a lot, Troh. Welcome aboard. It's good to have you. By release this month. I'll see you guys soon.
You had 4 builds.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking stupid.
So that was a sad day.